Hi everybody, my name is Jonte. I'll be doing an informative speech today on student success strategies on student success while in school. We learn many things through our lives. We have done so by having different strategies through our life. Which it could be with school. It could just be with just learning different strategies how to succeed in life. Period. We want to try to include all sense of our knowledge, such as the three modes that I'm going to say of learning, which is visual, auditory, and hands-on. Everyone can enhance their effective student success with learning these three modes that I'm going to say today. So the first one is going to be to enhance student success as a visual learner. Now, with the visual learner, I think that looking at headings and pictures before reading whole sentences will help you kind of grasp what you're about to learn. Consider the subject that you're learning. Try to see if this is something like, hey, is this something that I'm really interested in? What can I do to visually make me understand what I'm reading or what I'm trying to comprehend. Write charts and your own notes, graphs, when possible, to try to visually, just write it out and see, like, if you repetitively write out something, it can help you comprehend it a little bit better. To connect with new information, with concepts you already know. You understand the topic as a whole. I think in the beginning you should write down goals on the projects that you might have. Also, using diagrams, brainstorming, maps in your mind, internalizing that to see how everything can come together at the end. So that's how you visually, learn something. Most people are visual learners. They need hands-on training to do something. So visually, I need an example to get what you're talking about. So that's what I feel like. Well, if you know what type of learner you are, then it'll be more successful with you actually getting the concept of what you're trying to learn. The next thing that I feel like is a student success topic is an auditory learner. So this is like taping or having like a tape recorder of a session. So say you're in a lecture and you pull out your phone and record the whole lecture. So then when you go back home while you're in that class, you might not really comprehend everything that's going on right now because it's just too much information coming at you at once. But if you record it and you go back home and you can listen at your own pace. You can listen to this section, take notes. So I feel like an auditory learner, definitely you want to record anything that you're listening to when someone is speaking with you. Also, listen to a variety of audio tapes with different subjects to get certain things. Discuss concepts from class and what you're in the class that you're trying to study. With your buddies, like, have a little study group with people that's in the same class that might have the same learning style. With the learning style of auditory, if I had someone to go over a certain subject with me, it'll be a little bit better for me to comprehend because, hey, we're both talking about the subject. We're going back and forth on how to comprehend what we're learning. Also participating in class discussions. As an auditory learning style, I feel like you have to participate. You have to ask those questions that you don't know so that you can get the answers. You can hear the professor giving you the answer to the question that you might not understand. You'll learn the best by talking and listening. So getting involved in class discussions is a great way for you to enhance your learning. Also, asking questions. You'll learn the best if you hear answers. So that involves with raising your hand, asking the questions, like I stated. Also, class debates. Class debates to me is a really good part for an auditory learner. With a class debate, sometimes we feel very passionate about what we're speaking on, but sometimes the other person or other opponent that's debating with us can have information that we didn't even think about. So having those class debates, getting different perspectives from people, I feel like is definitely a good auditory learning style to have. The last learning style that I feel like is very important for student success is hands-on. Hands-on learning is my learning style. I need to be hands-on. In nursing, my passion is to be a nurse. So I feel like even with going through all these classes and everything, I can comprehend all the information that's coming in auditorily. I can do it being a visual learner. But the thing that's going to make me the best nurse is going to be hands-on. I need hands-on training. Hands-on training. Maintain experiment and physical activity with objects, tours of whatever learning style that you're trying to learn, making posters, charts, gathering information in group projects, utilize technology such as computers to aid the reinforcement of learning. While studying, take periodic brief breaks to just, get the information in, maybe try it out, learn more information, be hands-on with the information that you're learning. Also, while studying, avoid remaining seated the whole time. Stand up, move around. You have to with being a hands-on learner. Because if you sit there, you're listening, you're being auditory learning style, or even just visually looking at everything for a long time, it's not gonna be good. It's gonna be like blah 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 in your head. So you want to get up, move around a little bit, then go back to the learning style that you're trying to, the hands-on that you're trying to comprehend. Also, doing activities while you're learning. If you do an activity while you're learning the subject, I feel like it helps a little bit more because you're being able to jump in and say, okay, I can see this as working for me, then go back and learn more information. So I definitely believe those 3 learning styles, auditory, visual, and hands-on, is definitely key things to have student success in any level of school. So, and yes, with my references, the first reference that I had was auditory learning style. That was by Western Governors University. The other one was getting to know visual learners for the visual learning style. And that was by showmeimages.com. And then the last one was 4 different types of learning styles. So there was a website just full of different learning styles. And that was by sphero.com. So hopefully you guys could take some tips from the learning styles that I gave today. And thank you for listening.